Hey guys, welcome back to Cody Tarot. I'm your tarot reader, Cody. Today's reading is going to be, you guys can skip ahead. If you know how this all works, you've already picked your crystal from the thumbnail, stuff like that. Feel free to skip ahead to your pile. But I do have a couple things I want to talk about, announcements and up-to-date things and stuff like that. For those of you who have been watching, you notice I had a little hiatus on my Etsy. I had a little mental health stuff going on. I'm still in the process of recovering. So as always, like if these readings, follow your own judgment in a reading. If it does or does not resonate, just follow your own judgment. You know, I've been doing some practice readings with my family just to make sure my skills are still intact, even though I am having some mental health struggles and stuff like that. And my main thing for you guys is just that I want to provide accurate readings or readings that really resonate or apply to the situations, the archetypal characters that are involved in each and every one of your lives. My air just turned on, so I'm feeling like you guys do understand that. Let's see. So today we have two groups in front of us. Today I want to pull general messages, just in essence. The title of this reading. If certain messages start coming out, then I'm going to title the reading based on those messages. But I'm just going to pull general messages for now. Yeah, let's see. I really want to use the Time Oracle deck. I want to get back in touch with some tarot cards. Maybe some character cards will come out. I don't know, career cards. We'll see. But we have two groups in front of us. Group one, we have the Spirit Quartz. Group two, we have the Lithium Quartz. So please take all the time you need to pick your crystal. Right now I'm going to explain how a pick a card works. And in this time, if you need to pause the video, you can to meditate on the piles and select the appropriate crystal for you. Basically, you select one of these stones, you go to the comment section below, and there will be timestamps for each of the corresponding groups. Group 1, the Spirit Quartz, and Group 2, the Lithium Quartz. You click that corresponding timestamp, and it will fast forward you to your reading. I don't know when my Etsy shop will be back up. That is the next announcement I want to make for you guys. I don't know when my Etsy shop will be back up. It is closed right now because I just want to provide really accurate and insightful readings, and I want to make sure that I can still do that for you guys, especially if you're purchasing one. That's something that is important to me. I take pride in the quality of my readings that I offer for personal readings too. You know, YouTube is what it is. You're not paying for it. You're not investing a part of your like hard-earned income into a reading, you know? So when it comes to my Etsy, I'm just being extra cautious. I'll just put it that way. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the readings today. Hopefully you've selected your crystal by now, and I will catch you guys in your reading, starting with group number 1, the Spirit Quartz. Hey, group 1. I wanted to pull some timing messages to start, and I think I want to do that for all the groups. There's something about when will something end, or when will something begin, or when will I get something along those lines. So I'm gonna pull some tarot cards to see what these would be, and because I feel like there's different people watching for different situations. And we will move on from there. Okay, so let's get the timing cards out. I feel like this is kind of coming to me as one kind of energy. So I feel like there's actually not that many things that are needed to know about. So I'll pull this closer to here and we'll do this. So first timing message I feel for a lot of you. A lot of you are in a period of straight up confusion. You don't know what the answer is to a particular situation you're having. You don't know when you're going to get this answer. I apologize if you've been wanting to buy a reading for me to know what this answer is, and I haven't been available. So apologies for that. But there are other ways. There are reasons why the universe does certain things, and I think that you will find an answer. It's just that right now it seems everything's unclear. Seems like there's no path forward is what I'm hearing. I do think with the Ace of Swords reverse, this could be a situation where currently there's a no to this. There is some kind of no answer to what you've been thinking about currently, and the universe is trying to block you off from understanding it because this is a no. And if you had more information, you might further pursue it at this time. Let's see, when is the time where things will become clear? When will you be able to clearly see what is going on in this situation? When will you be able to clearly see what the answer is? October, right around the corner, guys. I'm filming this in September. The way I would interpret this for the time of reading is 1 month. Even though this says October, it is a sign for me as the reader to interpret it as 1 month. So whenever you're watching this is a timeless reading. It is going to come in 1 month. Okay, let's see. For some of you, it's depending on, yeah, it could come in October, like October, no matter when you're watching this. But for most of you, I'd say like 95% of you, it's 1 month. You'll find out and get clarity on this situation. Next, we have King of Swords. There's a feeling of perfecting your language is what I'm seeing. This could be two things: a sense of mastery or a management position you're applying for, something like that, that requires some kind of intellectual, what's that called? Maneuverability. But there's also this feeling of a lot of you wanting to perfect your language to be more kind speakers, people who are masterful with their words, but at the same time have the ability to affect power in what they say in others and guide and help and heal others. There's something about, for a lot of you, you're taking a class in language. So for example, you're wondering when you're going to kind of perfect or master or get a hold on this whole language you're speaking, whether you're learning Spanish, Italian, French, German, Russian, whatever the case may be, you're learning some kind of, even English. Maybe some of you are trying to learn English. Maybe you're trying to move somewhere where there's English speaking, there's like English speakers or something like that. But I'm hearing a lot of you are learning a language and you're trying to figure out, what is the timing of learning this language? Like, how am I going to, like, when is the pivotal moment where I've like mastered it or I've understood it enough where I can actually use it to do this thing that I need to do with it? Let's get that card out on the table. And we say, first we have it's worth waiting for. So maybe that this just means that a lot of you are thinking about giving up. I mean, it kind of makes me sad a little bit, but maybe it's something that maybe you guys are just like, well, I'm never going to get this. I'm never going to learn Spanish, Russian, French, whatever the language is, right? I'm never going to learn this language. Like, it's so difficult and hard for me to learn it. And the cards are saying it's worth waiting for. You're feeling called to learn this language and to have this as a tool in your toolkit for a reason. No matter how long it takes, it's worth waiting for. I was not given a specific time because I was told that, or this is what the card's telling me, is that you're not supposed to receive a specific time. You're supposed to receive a message telling you that if you do this, if you follow through on learning this, if you do master this, no matter how hard it takes, no matter how long it takes, it will be worth it. There's a reason you are learning this right now, even though it is difficult. For a lot of you, you might have Saturn placements affecting certain things with language in general. Like maybe you have Saturn conjunct Mercury, something like that. Or maybe you have Saturn in the third house, whatever the case may be. There's a feeling of Saturn affecting your ability to communicate. The more you focus on this language, I'm seeing it's like a really big bang for your buck is what I'm hearing. So for a lot of you, this is a career message as well. If you're focusing on moving into a management position, but they're saying you need to know how to speak English, you need to know how to speak this language, whatever the case may be, right? Russian, French, German, whatever. I'm just going through random languages that I can think of off the top of my head. There's this feeling of like, okay, like, it'll be worth it. Like, it is worth waiting for. Once you accomplish this, it's worth waiting for. You will achieve a good position in society. For a lot of you, you're teachers and you have to learn another language to teach in a specific situation or something like that. Maybe some of you are doing that thing where you get free abroad. You get to live abroad for free as long as you're teaching the people of that country the language that you are fluent in or something like that. And in order to do that, you have to learn the language yourself. With it's worth waiting for, it is worth waiting for. This is meant for you. This is on your path. This is what you're meant and you're supposed to be called into doing. So that's going to be the timing messages for this group. I'm going to pull these cards off the table. I think I'm actually going to keep them separate in separate piles for... Let's see. Next, I want to pull one of these cards. I forget what these are. They're all called like Crystallarium or something like that. And the cards came right out. I do want to read these. These cards came right out. So let's just get into it. I'm feeling called to just push through and get into it. A lot of you are being asked to work and operate and live in the daytime. My air just turned off, so that's confirmation. Navigate by the sun just means wake up in the day, live your life from sunrise to sunset. Forget about nightlife, forget about going out, forget about anything that happens at night. I know some of you watching this are night owls, but I'm being told you will be most productive, you will be happiest during the day. I also, where it says pause, assess, and act, I am seeing this feeling of learning to first take into account what you're seeing, first and foremost, before you make your move. If you look at these deers here, and if you've ever noticed deers in the wild, right? The first thing they do when they hear a sound, they look towards it. They look and they hesitate for a second because they're assessing the situation. And then maybe the second sound they hear, that's when they run. So it's not necessarily like, it's kind of just like knowing that you need to look first before you leap. So for a lot of you in this situation and in your life in general, what kind of situations are popping up, you're going to be navigating by the sun is what I'm seeing. It does feel like the main interest or what the cards are urging you towards is these are coming through more as advice, honestly. You don't have to listen to this advice. You'll just be happier if you listen to this advice. Especially with navigate by the sun. It's a feeling of like it's joy in the sunlight. It's community in the sunlight. It's working with people in the daytime to get things done and get things accomplished. For a lot of you, there's something about slacking off at your job or your career currently because you're partying a lot or you're staying up really late or you're staying up till the sun comes up, something like that. And then you have to wake up early anyway and you're trying to get your work done and your boss is like seems extra miserable or something like that. Something about spending most of your time in the day, even waking up like 3 or 4 hours earlier, like maybe you go into work at noon, maybe waking up at like 9 or 8 when the sun rises or something like that is going to be very important for you as far as like getting your day started, getting things done, and then feeling really good at work right now. For some of you, you have a higher workload is what I'm hearing for a lot of you. But also for the most of you, it's just about living in the daytime for a little bit. And you know, it's hard. Like I know for me in my life, like daytime life gets super boring because my whole social life is at night, right? You know, hopefully this is not my group, but if it is, I would probably, I mean, I listen to my own advice as a reader. If I watch a pick a card that I've done, and I watch old ones usually for me, I'll watch my own readings and I'll watch like an older one. Maybe this is a sign for you guys to call to watch an older reading of a favorite tarot reader that you have. Could be my channel or someone else's channel, just watching some older readings, right? But you know, it's hard, but I'm seeing there's this feeling of with pause, assess, and act, looking at situations and then seeing how you can integrate into them. So there is this feeling here of, yeah, you'll be awake in the day. And so if you do take this advice, you'll be feeling better, you'll be feeling happier, but also pausing and assessing and acting. What do I want to do right now? This could include meditation throughout the day, like taking a pause or a break. What's next? You know, especially if you're running errands or you have a lot of busy work to do during the day. Maybe your family requires you to do all the errands and stuff like that. So you're always at the grocery store. You're always at like shopping for clothes. You're always doing all these things outside the home and bringing things back to the home. It's kind of what's reminding me of the honeybee anyway. It's like, oh, I have to go get this stuff and then bring it back to home base. I have to go to all these flowers and get all these things and then bring it back home, stuff like that. The cards are asking you, like, say you're in your car doing all these errands. Every time you go to the parking lot and you sit in your car, pause, meditate for a second and think, where should I go next? And then also think to yourself, just even pausing and how do I put it, like relaxing a little bit in your vehicle in between all these errands could help you have a more joyful way of moving around in your community. Let's see. I think that's all I've got for these two messages. So I'm going to put these aside. I think we'll pull a career message. I felt called to pull career. For those of you who are in a career or you have a career thing coming up, this is something I'm hearing. This is comforting. This message is comforting. This message is peaceful. And this message will help you see the truth of a situation. Oh, there's the card, right, with the truth, right when we got the truth of the situation. I also want to pull a snake card for this. No reason, just feeling called to. So let's get this snake card on the table. We have universe and we have anchor. Money blocks, being stuck, financially sound, career, water related, travel, stable for now. Yeah, this is something that I'm hearing. You guys are nervous, is what I'm feeling, that you might have to switch careers again. There's something interesting about something you've discovered or you found recently where you feel comfortable where you are. You want to set up shop. You want to be where you are, you know? That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting. And I'm hearing you will be for quite a while. Anchor means like you're laying down, you're not going to be a ship drifting in the sea. It's the feeling of finally laying down like and sitting there for a while, right? We also have the universe here too as well. What am I seeing with the water related? That's interesting. Because water related stuck out to me. I can't get a direct message with this, but for some of you, you have a career related to water or like water sanitation or something like that. This snake is appearing as what's that? Like recycling or something like that, like recycling or water sanitation or purification. You guys might be doctors or nurses or healers or something like that that know how to there's like a repetitiveness to your career that you enjoy, that you're like, oh, this is kind of like the same thing. I know what I'm doing. This is a comfortability. And maybe a lot of you've never felt comfortable in routine before, but the reason you are right now is because you're in a job you love. And the cards are saying that this is fine. With travel here, there might be a feeling of like, well, I could go at any minute because anyone could just pull the anchor up and the ship could set off to sea. But but it does feel like that's not the case, especially because I literally just I choked just now. So I feel like that's the universe saying, like, don't tell them that. Don't let them in on that. Like they don't even need to know that, that kind of thing. So I really do feel like right now, like you guys are stable, you are secure. Nothing is going to be changing. I don't think it's going to be changing for a while. Yeah, because we also have being stuck. And this is the comforting part of this message. It's like, okay, great. I would love to be stuck in this career, something like that. For those of you who have careers where you are unhappy, they're not pleasurable, they are not fun, this message is not for you. This is for people who thoroughly enjoy their career. They're nervous about a shift. They're nervous about a move. The cards are saying you will be safe. You will have the same finances or be financially sound, whatever that means to you. That means you could be getting a raise if you are not financially sound now. If you are pretty much financially sound, that could just mean you're keeping the same level of income. Yeah, it's so interesting. Yeah. And for a lot of you, there's some kind of purification thing in your career, like your career's related to water, liquids, something like that. And yeah, it's interesting. It says travel, because this might be something you guys are fearing, maybe like moving or something, but it's not going to be that bad. Okay. I think that's all the messages I got for you guys today. Thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate your guys' support, your aid, your care. All the positive compliments go such a long way. Currently in my life, this is like one of my favorite things to do, is read tarot for you guys. And it's just a lot of fun. And yeah, I know I don't know when my Etsy shop's going to be open again, so apologies ahead of time. But if you are watching this later and it is open, feel free to book a reading. With that said, please like, comment, or subscribe. I love you guys so much. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, group 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the lithium quartz, so let's get into it. Yeah, I wanted to pull timing cards first, but I wanted to pull some tarot cards to see what these timing cards relate to as far as things in your life and what you're asking about timing wise. So I did pull career messages at the end of this reading, and then in the middle of the reading I gave general advice, and then at the beginning I'm giving timing advice. Okay, I was just told to pull love cards for you guys, so we'll do that too. I might do love instead of career for this group. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Swords. Okay. All right, let's see. Are any of these together? No, they're all separate. Okay, let's see. So we're going to need 3 timing cards on the table. Let's get a timing card for the Hierophant. When you let go, let's get a timing card for the Eight of Wands. We have June. And let's get a timing card for the Five of Swords. And we have Winter. Cool. Let me move these over to the side, Hollies. Okay, let's see what we got here. So first with the Hierophant, the main thing I'm seeing for a lot of you, you're asking questions either about a relationship, wanting the universe to bring you together with someone. For some of you, you're asking about a community. You're looking for a new community of people. And I'm seeing these monks like offering like these like treasures and stuff to this particular energy, this deity. And I know some of you know who this is. I don't know who this is. Tell me in the comments who this is again, because the Hierophant card, I don't know who this is. The trident is making me think of Poseidon. I know this is not Poseidon. But I do see the Hierophant in general as a card about bringing people together, bringing two entities together, bringing people together so they can meet. And why do I see it this way? It precedes the Lover's card, right? Which is about like opening up and sharing and finding you have a connection with someone, right? But the Hierophant to me is like the meeting of people. It's like going to a big party and like socializing and meeting people for the first time, but maybe not going out on a one-on-one date and sharing all your intimate personal stuff on the date, you know? The Lovers can be a card of like, oh, we're at the park together and we're really opening up in souls. We're really sharing our souls with each other. The Hierophant to me is like, oh, like, have you met my friend Susan? Susan, this is Brian. We know each other through work. And I met Susan at a party last spring, and then you meet and there's a connection, right? That's why the Hierophant is usually my matchmaker card in tarot. And so this is talking about, when am I going to meet someone? When am I going to meet a person, right? And it says when you let go. This can be very vague in that regard, but it's talking about like freeing yourself. And for a lot of you, it's freeing yourself from a past relationship that you're holding on to, whether that's emotionally, physically. For a lot of you, I'm hearing there are still physical attachments, which means that you're still hooking up with this person. You are still, what's that called? Like, physically engaging with them. So like either sexually or whatnot, or like affectionately. I do think here, like when you let go, this talks about letting yourself be free from this, whatever this is. For a lot of you, not really, I said a lot of you, but it might just be some of you. It's like you're connected to this person, the 5D, so you're still dreaming about this person. And it's not a matter of like you consciously letting go. It's a matter of this new person will come in when you stop dreaming about the old person. For a lot of you, it's not even an ex. It's like someone you're thinking about right now. Like you're really concerned, or your head is spinning or obsessed around a particular person, and you really want to meet someone, you really want a connection, you really want a relationship, right? But it's almost saying like, once you let go of the thoughts of this person you're dealing with currently at the time of watching this, that's when someone new and even better comes into your life, is what I'm seeing. I'm hearing better. Now remember, this is just meeting new people. This is the card of meeting someone. So it's one of those things where it's like, how come I haven't met anyone? How come I haven't met anyone or seen anyone? It's because your mind is like preoccupied with this other person, whether it's someone you used to date or are currently physically engaged with. It's just, there's a spot holder that someone is taking up in your mind right now. And that's why new people can't come in. That's the basic way to put it. And when you let go means when you let your mind be free, when you release this person, this other entity can come into play. This other person can come into play that would be very helpful for you guys and work really well for you. This 8 of Wands and this June card is really interesting. I feel like a lot of you are waiting for something to come in really, really quickly, or you're waiting for something to take off or be very full of action. Whatever you're looking for, where you're like, when is this just going to pick up speed where I can be like fully invested and fully engaged and fully action oriented in this? It'll be next June. Yeah, I know that's kind of like a quick message. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to get some water real quick. Hold on. Okay, and then this last message with 5 of Swords and the Winter card, I am seeing this feeling of wanting to break free, but being scared. It feels like wanting to break free, but being scared. And I'm hearing in the winter, you'll be able to break free. For some of you, this is something really traumatizing that you feel trapped in, and you're breaking free this winter. I am being told not to go into detail because it would be too intense for a lot of people. So I'm not going to do any kind of like reading on the situation, but there's something you're trapped in currently. And this could be, I'm going to relate this to certain things just so, because I'm hearing I need to relate it to certain things. Emotional states that you're in currently that are very triggering. This could be a physical environment you're in that's very triggering. This could be a relationship. It really could be anything. It could be applied to really anything. I'm told to keep it vague, but use those 3 examples so you guys all know. This thing that you're trying to break free from will happen in winter. I'm hearing snow is significant for this group, or ice or coldness is significant. I'm hearing ice out the issue, put someone on ice. Um, yeah, it's interesting. It's like this corridor is making me think of Diagon Alley, and I think there's this feeling of it kind of being magically lifted out of your life, in essence. For some of you who are escaping a place, you're moving to a new place, and the new place will open up in wintertime, or the new scenario, the new emotional state, whatever it might be, will open up in wintertime. There will be an opening of that energy in winter. It's funny because we are about to enter winter, and I see winter as like pretty much just January and February, maybe the tail end of December. I guess December is technically winter here up in the northern hemisphere. But basically, whenever it starts to snow, you might have an epiphany during a snowstorm, or when you visit snow, something like that. I'm hearing ice it out. I don't know what that means, but ice it out. Okay, so let's see here. Let's put these over here. All right, what next? I'm gonna get general messages from these cards, and I'm hearing to pull a love card for this group, but let's get some general messages. Let's get that one. Sync with the cycles, and let's get this one. Perfect. We have it's upside down, but it's apple, forbidden fruit. Ooh, forbidden fruit. What are you guys doing? All right, let's see. Let's see here. Okay, sync with the cycles and forbidden fruit. Oh, okay. What's that song? I don't know if you guys know that song. I don't even know the lyrics. I can't think of the lyrics right now. It's like it's reminding me of "Don't Worry, Be Happy." There's that song. It's like "Don't worry, be happy, y'all." Whatever this is. Okay, so for example, sync with the cycles is just talking about moving when it's time to move. Like, the moon phases, that's how we manifest things usually, or a lot of people manifest things with how the moon operates, whether that's eclipses, full moons, new moons, whatever. The nodes are going to be significant in this regard. So if you find any of that significant, this is definitely a message for you, this part of the reading. Forbidden fruit's really interesting because I'm seeing this snake who is also coming out of a tree. It does feel like there's this feeling of motion or awakening. It's like a Kundalini awakening. And, honestly, forbidden fruit makes me think of sex. Like, forbidden fruit makes me think of, like, sexual stuff. And it makes me feel like of something that's off limits sexually, which is, could be anything, really. It could be someone else's partner. It could be anything. But I am seeing here, there's this vibe here of, like, this snake is kind of, like, moving towards this center fruit, right? Where you have this star. And apples are interesting because they have kind of like a pentagram in the middle of them. And that reminds me of protection. It reminds me of protection, and it reminds me of, what's that other thing it reminds me of? Well, first it reminds me of pentacles in tarot. So it reminds me of money in some regards. But it's like, it's this space between an apple that is not been opened or sliced opened, and then an apple that has been sliced opened, and the product of the space between those two apples, right? Does that make sense? So there is this feeling of like, like a sliced apple versus it's giving me the vibe of like, what's more valuable to you? Like an apple that has not been bit into, or an apple that is like you've eaten already, that kind of thing. Let's see here. There's a diamond in the back. I keep getting money. I'm sorry. This is reminding me of money. So maybe this is not just like a sexual thing. Maybe this is related to money. Maybe there is some way of making money that feels forbidden to you guys, or you feel like you can't do. There's some job where you want to make money, but you feel like you can't do it, something like that. I'm being told there's some middle path to this money-making opportunity. It might be something where some people believe it's unethical to make money this way, and other people believe it is ethical or it is okay. It's like a toss-up. It's like half a society is fine with it, and the other half of society is like not okay with it. But I am hearing with this diamond behind this is like you are having a Kundalini awakening. It needs to be released, and in a way, there's a middle path of this money thing that is going to be revealed soon. With Sync with the Cycles, this is kind of coming through as a separate message. I'm seeing the fog behind the bear. And it does remind me that like maybe right now things aren't seen that clearly. And with the moon energy, like it is reminding me of the moon in tarot, where the fog and the moon and that Neptunian thing, there's like a Neptunian cloud currently where you're, if you have a specific, any kind of planet or placement in 1 to 5 degrees of Aries, Neptune could be really jacking you up right now. But once it passes through that phase of 1 to 5 degrees Aries, it'll like be a lot clearer, right? Like I would say when Neptune hits like 6 degrees Aries, a lot of this stuff is going to clear up. And I know Neptune is a really long, what's it called, planet. Like it, what am I trying to say? It moves slowly, right? So it takes a long time. So just be patient and know that there is this way of like, you don't have to engage with whatever this is until Neptune clears, and you will have the answer at that point in time. Now, with this comes with this money-making thing, right? That's the same thing applies. I wouldn't start this new project that you're thinking about with money-making with something that is quote unquote forbidden to some and fine for others and stuff like that, just because of where Neptune is placed right now. I do think that this is only applying for those of you who have Neptune, or you have a planet in 1 to 5 degrees that is aspecting Neptune, right? Yeah, so let's get clear with this. So sync with the cycles means that it's just a matter of everything will be revealed in time. That's what this is saying to me. Everything will be revealed in time. And go with the natural flow of life. If you feel like taking a nap at like 8 p.m. and you know it's going to jack up your sleep schedule, you'll be up all night. The cards are actually saying do that. Like it's okay to do that. Like if you're feeling tired, take a nap. If you are awake at like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., like reading books because you can't, you fell asleep too early, whatever, and now you're awake in the morning, do that. For those of you, you are being told if you have a regular day job or you are very highly scheduled to not do that, but to let yourself sink more into your schedule if you have been avoiding it. So it just depends on what type of person you are. Are you more spontaneous or are you more schedule oriented? How is your life set up? What is your karma in this life with routines and schedules and stuff like that? But sync with those cycles, right? So say you are more routinized. Maybe you do have a more routinized schedule. Sync with that. Let yourself be a part of that. Let yourself, it's, that's going to be beneficial for you. But if you are naturally more spontaneous person, and you will know if I'm telling you this, let yourself be a little more spontaneous. Let yourself break away from the daily grind. Let yourself break away from the daily schedules. If you want to do your daily grind from like 1 to 5 a.m. and you work from home, do it. That is something that's being encouraged here. Okay, I think I've got that all. And just so you guys know, this is kind of with the forbidden fruit thing. This is referring to, how do I put it? I think I said all the messages. I'm not getting another message for that. I thought I had one. But yeah, there is a middle path to this whole process that's going to be fulfilling, satisfying, and it's not going to ruffle anyone's feathers. So don't be worried about that. That's coming for you, that kind of clarity. It might be a Neptune thing, or when Neptune moves out of a particular area of your chart. And I'm hearing, because Neptune currently is at like 0 degrees, right? Or like 29 Pisces or something, it's gonna be somewhere in the 1 to 5 degrees mark. And so when Neptune is out of that, especially if you have a lot of placements that are aspecting Neptune that are in 1 to 5 degrees of a sign, because the way I see degrees, I mean, this is kind of a weird, odd way to see astrology, but I see it in like groups of 5, like 1 to 5 degrees, 5 to 10 degrees, stuff like that. So for like major things and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm going to move on to the love message. I know we have a love message, so I'm going to move on to the love message. I'm being told to do it instead of career. For some of you, love is more important at this time. And then I'm also being told if you have a specific career thing you're thinking about in this group and the other messages have applied, go check out group 1's career message. It's right at the tail end of their reading. You can just scroll through the video till you see the career cards come out. It's the 3rd set of cards in that group. Okay, so let's get the love message for group 2. What does group 2 need to know about love? Chemistry, I'm going to pull one more. And rejection, interesting. Okay. Main energy is chemistry, though. I want to point that out. Let's see. Let's pull a few tarot cards, and we'll get into it. The love message. We have Page of Swords reversed, and we have 3 of Wands upright. That's so sweet. So funny. Okay, so with chemistry here, you have someone where you have like really intense chemistry with them, but I see it's one-sided. There's a feeling that this person does not have intense chemistry with you in the same way you have with them. I also think with the Page of Swords here in reverse, there is this feeling that someone is waiting to act or waiting to initiate something with you, or you're perceiving this as this is the case. Like, oh, this person is just waiting to initiate something with me. This is kind of the thought you're having. With it next to rejection, if it is referring to this person you have really good chemistry with, this is not really the case, because this person is kind of turned off from you in that way. With Page of Swords, one thing that I'm seeing though, this kind of can indicate someone coming in who is an air energy, who is someone who doesn't speak up very easily. So this could indicate a person coming in that is not necessarily this person you have chemistry with, but it could indicate maybe a new person coming in that, because you're thinking of this person being like this, you're probably going to manifest a new person who is like this, that does like you, that has a hard time speaking up. I know it's kind of meta and it's kind of confusing, but with Three of Wands here, there's a feeling of like it's like setting up an environment, a cozy environment for this person to settle into. I feel like this person coming in for you guys is someone who, how do I put this? They like comforts. They like comforts, they like cozy, they like environments, they like stuff like that. This person is someone who, how do I put this? They are really into relaxing. They're really into comfortable surroundings. If they go on dates, they want it to be comfortable, not necessarily bougie or wealthy or anything like that. Like they don't really like fancy restaurants, or like the latest and greatest is not their vibe. They're really more into comfort and security, and like, let's just like sit on a couch. Let's go to a cafe where they have couches, you know, let's go to a cafe where let's go to a restaurant where, you know, like the chairs are comfortable and the food is like homey and home style food, or whatever the case may be. It's like, they want stuff that's like comfy. And I'm seeing that this is something that you guys are currently going to be engaged in recently. You're going to be really focused on going to these comfortable places, whether that's a coffee shop, a restaurant, whatever feels the most homey and comfortable to you. This is the way you're going to connect with this person, right? This is the environment where they open up and they share their feelings for you, this new person coming in. Yes, you don't know this person. I'm hearing some of you being like, do I know this person? You don't. This is a new person. And I see Six of Pentacles is really interesting here. One of you, whoever is more wealthy than the other one, will be paying for the other one on these dates, is what I'm seeing. For a lot of my female viewers, this is the gentleman that pays for everything, but like, you know, but at the same time loves comfort and security and stuff like that. Six of Pentacles is also talking about this feeling of like, a lot of people may be wanting your partner. I'm seeing all these people reaching up to this pentacle bouquet and like everybody wants them or something like that. That could be something as well. Let's see here. I'm seeing like a silvery 8 here, and it's kind of reminding me of exchange. It's reminding me of reciprocity. It's reminding me of something you want and you getting it, but someone holding it above you for a while before you're able to receive it, to build that tension, to build that desire. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for your guys' love messages. All right, that was your reading, guys. Here's the lithium quartz, just to meditate on that if you want to. Maybe you feel called to purchase some lithium quartz in the future. Thank you guys for being so patient with me, because it's, you know, lately it's been like really rough, and I know I haven't done a live in a while. Maybe some of you watching really enjoyed the lives. But yeah, also you can like, comment, subscribe if you feel like doing that. As far as the Etsy goes, I know it's closed right now, or it was closed. I don't know by the time this video goes up if it's still open or if it's opening, because you know these like I edit and then I send out later and stuff like that. But yeah, I really want to say thank you for you guys for being here and sticking with me and stuff. I really love reading tarot. I do appreciate it. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's one thing that keeps me really sane usually. So hopefully the messages resonated, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.